Greetings and welcome to this episode of Remember Me. Copyright 2023, Kat Morgan, all rights reserved. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next episode. Now, let's see, where were we? Yes, episode 2. An awkward reintroduction. I am dreaming. All I could see from where I was white. I could see and feel my feet standing on what felt like a cold, solid surface, but everything I could see, except me, was white. No distinct horizon, floor, or ceiling was visible. Everything was a seamless expanse of white. I felt a moment's vertigo, but a blink restored my sense of balance. I'd had lucid dreams before where I'd known I was dreaming inside the dream and was able to at least understand what was happening within the dream. But this felt different. I really didn't like lucid dreams. It seemed that they were only harbingers of doom, which I then got to relive in my life with the inevitable sense of deja vu and I didn't like it the first time when it was a dream sense of helplessness. Who needs that? But this felt different. For one thing, I seemed to be alone. There didn't seem to be anything or anyone that I was supposed to interact with. Why was I here? I knew the fragile tapestry of the dream would not allow a strong response thought, and I'd just wake myself up. If there was some point to being here in this infinite nothingness, I wanted to find out what it was. And in that instant, she was there. I thought I recognized her as me, which confused me for a moment, but then I thought, okay, must be my higher self, and felt one corner of my mouth twitch upwards. She raised one eyebrow in silent inquiry. I shrugged slightly. Still doesn't tell me why I'm here, I thought, and she raised her hands toward me in a silent invitation, bending her knees to sit on the floor. I felt my knees bending in response and decided to go along with it. Again, I could feel floor beneath me, but it remained an elusively non-reflecting, opaque surface, my eyes unable to get a hold of it. I decided it wasn't important and stopped trying, raising my eyes instead to look at her. She smiled slightly and inclined her head, resting the backs of her hands on her knees in the classic Gaian mudra. I followed suit, satisfied for the time being to follow her lead in this. She closed her eyes and breathed slowly. I did the same. Why am I here? I found myself thinking. You are here to learn, was the instant thought reply. What am I supposed to learn? Your purpose for being here. Wait, what? That was just a circular thought process, some silly kind of brain exercise. I felt myself begin to feel annoyance and thought, I better not get mad or I'm just going to wake up. With my eyes still closed, I could feel her answering smile and thought, I am ready. At least I hoped I was. Much ado about nothing. Everyone makes such a big deal about spiritual gifts like intuition, as if it's something to be desired. I know better. Knowing about catastrophes before they occur is useless. If we can't stop the events from happening, what's the point in knowing about them? I had the migraine from hell. I sat at my desk, considering myself fortunate for having arrived safely at work. My head was just too heavy for my neck to hold up, so I rested it on my left hand, elbow propped on my desk, while I tried to type a one-handed response to an email with my right hand. I could feel someone standing behind me. Yes, that would be Tony, my supervisor. I recognized his Old Spice aftershave. I waved my right hand behind me in his direction, letting him know I knew he was there, but trying to communicate non-verbally that I didn't want to communicate verbally. Tony ignored my non-verbal transmission. What's the matter? You got a hangover? I winced visibly, his voice piercing my head, and replied, something like that, while I tried to telepathically send him away. He still wasn't receiving my signals and barreled on. There's Motrin in the kitchen. Go chew a few of those, you look like shit. I slowly raised my head and turned my chair around so I was facing him directly. I looked him in the eyes. He flinched, mumbled something about, sorry, just trying to help, and turned to walk back to his desk. Tony, I said, stopping him. Thank you. I appreciate you. I have a migraine. I had a crazy dream last night and woke up like this. I'm doing the best I can, okay? He smiled at me and said, go home. I started to demur and he said, I'm serious. Whatever you are doing will wait until tomorrow, I promise. We'll douse any fires in your absence. We'll document everything thoroughly. Take your migraine home and call me when you get there so I know you got home okay. I took a deep breath and he gently nudged my chair back with a toe and said, go home now. I exhaled and turned back to my computer. Let me just finish this and I will go home, I promise. I felt his nod and tried to figure out what I'd been trying to say in the email on my monitor. I typed some non-response about, I'll review and get back to you tomorrow, going home, not feeling well now. I shut down the computer and slowly gathered my purse and jacket, sliding my feet just above the floor so I could move without bouncing my head. How I managed to make it home, I'll never know. I don't remember the drive at all. I sent Tony a, I'm home, thanks, safe, text, and fell into bed, pulling the pillow over my head. I woke up at 2:00 a.m., urgently needing to pee and being desperately thirsty. How is that even possible? My brain protested. I told my brain to shut up and go back to sleep. Stumbling to the bathroom with my eyes closed, arms outstretched as my heart and head had a mutual drum fest session going, I peed, drank tap water from my toothbrush glass, and stumbled back to bed. If this is the result of intuition activation, unactivate me now. Now. With that last thought, I went unconscious and started to dream again.